Hello guys, this is I think number 4. Overall, I'm just gonna get over with what I did this week, and then we're gonna talk about a few things I want to mention. So over here, this is what I did on the 9th. The 9th, let me check what day that was. I'm forgetting. Today's the 15th, so the 9th was like Saturday last week. So yeah, this is what I did. I don't think I did much on the 9th in particular. I did draw a little bit more stuff in comparison to like what I normally do. I think I was actually starting to get closer to finishing stuff. So honestly, I'm pretty proud of this. I actually completely remember doing this because I was trying to draw but not trying to draw. I think I probably should just put it down. Oops. So here, this is also, I think, on the 9th. I think all of these are on the 9th. Honestly, out of all the ones I think I did on this day, I think this one was my favorite because it just, in my opinion, it looked the cleanest. Sorry. It looked the cleanest out of everything I've done up until this point. And then this is a doodle I made. I don't know. I'm thinking of making it on like Pixel, what's it called? Clip Studio. So that looks a little bit better. And then this was like a giant portrait that I made. Don't hate it, don't love it. It's just there. And I said I was gonna put hair on it. I think if I put hair on it, it would have looked so much better. But I didn't do that. And overall, that's a lot of drawing for like one single day. And then this is, I think, a different day. Like I think I did this stuff on this page on a different day. I just never wrote it down because when I write down my pages, hold on. When I write down when I start a new day, I always use a marker. So if you look at the top, it's using a fine tip marker, fine tip Sharpie that I have. So I don't think I had it when I started drawing this. And the reason why I'm pretty confident it's a new day is because everything was drawn upside down, which means I probably opened this up at a different place. But overall, I decided I was gonna start drawing hair on this specific day. This was me just writing down a mental note to like, maybe I should draw more stuff finished. And this was just me trying to reorganize what I was doing. But we're gonna move past that real quick. This is me drawing more hair. Honestly, looking back at these a few days later, they're pretty interesting. I think these were done on the Monday because that was the one day where when I got home, I like immediately just sat down and started drawing without reference. So I think a lot of these are without reference. Some of them aren't. Like for the ones that I was having difficulty with, like this one, sorry. This one over here, not referenced. This one's referenced. This one, I think this one's also referenced. This one is referenced, but it kind of looks pretty bad. But you can kind of see that everything else was not referenced. I don't know what's going on over here. And then here, same day, I was trying to follow some sort of like head guide, but you can see I kind of messed up the boxes down here because like it shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't be doing that. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out. Like the only ones that are like proper are these two, and I also made the box a little bit too long, so like if you look at it, it looks kind of weird. Anyways, we move past this. Then this is the 12th, so this is the next day. This is a Tuesday. This is when I recorded that motivation for video. This is when I was following that TB Choi's art book, the anime one. Honestly, pretty interesting. I was initially looking at the other one. Wait, let me check what the other one is. I have it loaded up on my computer. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry if I'm not organized. I'm normally never organized when I make one of these. I just start talking. Okay, I was doing the gesture drawing one by Michael Hampton. I'm pretty disappointed that I forgot his name. As soon as I looked at the at the tab, I immediately remembered it before I looked at his name on the book itself. It's pretty embarrassing. Anyways, I was initially drawing that one. I was initially reading that one, but I had a sugar crash at the very moment, and I just like fell asleep. I'm not even gonna lie. It wasn't even him. I was already falling asleep before I started reading the book. Like that's on me. Anyways, I was following it, getting some stuff done. Not honestly hitting it. Here is when I said to myself on the next day, this was the 13th, this is the Wednesday, I'm going to make a comic, right? Now, honestly, I don't hate it, but what ended up happening is I was really starting to really fixate on making sure everything was perfect. And I realized that like I need to take a little bit of a break before I finish this. So I'm probably going to redo this either today or tomorrow if I have the time. But I still have the story in mind of what is happening here. I just need to redo it, focusing a little bit less on, you know, the quality and making sure it's a little bit more lax. Like, because that's the main deterrent for me doing things, is me hyperfixating on making sure it has amazing quality. Then this is what I ended up doing instead. So this stuff over here, I ended up drawing this. Now these are a combination of references, so I don't think I used the one completely on these. But overall, I'm not even upset. When I made this, it really surprised me because I thought it was gonna look so much worse, right? Especially since I was struggling so much on the comic part, that when I drew this, I was actually like really impressed at the fact that I was able to do it and it's not looking completely ugly. Then yesterday, I drew this. Now, yesterday was kind of a sick day because when I went to school, basically all my classes got canceled, but they only ended up getting canceled right before the time. So I was basically staying at school, waiting for my class. I get into the class, it's empty. I look online, it's canceled. So then I stayed back, waited for the next class, same thing. And essentially, it made me stay at school all the way until like 10 o'clock. And honestly, it was just a little bit frustrating. But once I got home, this is all I had the energy to do because I immediately fell asleep. And I'll take it. I think I did wake up a little bit later. And then, like, I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I started... Oh, no, this is all today. Never mind. I'm wrong. I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I started drawing on a different book. I don't know where it is. If I find it, I'll put it in after this, but I doubt I'll find it. Okay, so now this is what I did today. This is all that I've done today. I'm not done drawing. I got a little bit interrupted in the process, but today, honestly, not even that upset. You know, the one thing I am a little bit upset about is the hand over here is a bit small. I was kind of worried about messing up this hand, so I just put everything behind. But overall, not entirely upset about this. And then over here, this is my pencil. More drawing and stuff. I don't think I did anything on the next page. Yeah, but overall, for the week, even though I did think I wasn't gonna draw like at all, I ended up drawing a fair bit. Like on the Monday, I was drawing for like 4 hours straight, which is pretty insane. But if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice I was drawing for that long. Like, I was just reading the book. I wasn't really paying too much attention on what was going on. And I just kept drawing and kept drawing. And I ended up drawing for 4 hours. So what I wanted to talk about, though, is that one thing I noticed about this is that I feel like in terms of progress, I've been like progressing really quickly, but it's not because of my power per se. I think it's more because every time I do draw something, I am pretty much getting immediate feedback from you guys who are watching, who are like telling me, "Oh yeah, you should do this or you should do that." Like even the decision to start drawing finished things sort of came up from talking to one of the guys who um, follows me on Instagram. What's his name? Jagasaki. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, bro. But it really got me to actually start drawing finished things. Now, my goals, to finish this book, like I went from page 20, I believe, to page 40. This is like page 40. This is like page 47, and this is an 80-page book. I'm not including both sides. It's 80 pages, like 80 strips of paper, 80 sheets. But I draw on both sides of the sheet, so it's really 160. Now, as for when I started back in August, my goal was to get 300 hours in. And if I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to hit that. I'm only at like 120. But one thing I did realize, though, is that I feel like as the last few weeks have gone by, I've sort of gotten a little bit more of a stronger idea of what I want to do with art. And it's no longer me just chasing being like perfect and stuff. And it's more me just doing stuff that I find fun. Right? So like even with this stuff, I was just enjoying drawing this. Like I wasn't really caring too much about it looking good. I very rarely was erasing stuff. Like even here, like even though this hand is bad, I only erased it once and I just left it. Right? So I've noticed that I'm a little bit more confident with putting lines down and just letting it live, making sure that once it's on the paper, it's on the paper and I'm not messing with it too much, which I think is generally a win. Moving forward now, there's a few things. I'm thinking like I'm like literally sitting on the fence on getting another drawing tablet outside of this one over here, which would just be a a display tablet, my bad, a pen display. Let me toss these over there. Yeah, a pen display to replace this one. This one I got on discount for like 50 bucks. That doesn't sound like a discount, but this was the only one I could get nearby where I live, where without having to order one online. And I wasn't gonna order one online because the prices for the ones online are insane. Like, and anything that's below $100 doesn't get shipping money, so I'd have to pay even more if I were to buy it straight from like a company. So this was the cheapest option, 50 bucks. Now, if I get a pen display, I'd be, I'm inclined to believe that I'll draw more digitally, but that isn't always, it's not always just a cause effect thing. I need to generally just get more confident on this first. So, depending on what I do, I might get it, I might not. Another thing is, I do appreciate everybody that's leaving comments or just giving me advice. Shout out to, like I said Jagasaki. Please tell me if I'm saying that wrong. Biscuit Arts. There's a Gatsu Straggler, G Uni, and Roosevelt, who those are the guys who follow me on Instagram, as well as Juji Art. Sorry if I missed you. I appreciate all of you guys who sent me advice, those who messaged me, those who left comments. I do read everything, and it's really encouraging, because like I said, honestly, at times it does not feel like I'm doing a good job, but I've gotten a little bit better at focusing less on doing a good job per se, and more on just doing the job, you know? Because at the end of the day, if you're focused too much on doing a good one, you might not even do it at all. So I know, I think the execution of that was pretty bad, but you get the point. Ideally, I'll have like a camera mount so I can like draw and record myself drawing, as well as like the ability to draw on my computer and stuff, so that you guys aren't looking at my shaky hands as I am, you know, recording standing up in my room. But that will be in the future when I get a little bit more money, and that's like a miscellaneous thing. That's after I buy all the books, right? Overall, looking solid. I don't know if I'm gonna release more of these weekly. I think I'm gonna move towards, like, you know, the other videos where I just talk about my thoughts at the moment, and then maybe do one of these each month after this week. Now, anytime I upload, I'm obviously gonna share what I did that day, but I might not focus on what I did that week or that thing, just because I feel like I'm starting to draw a lot. I'm gonna have a lot less stuff to sort of showcase, especially since I'm not drawing as much. But I think maybe once I finish this book, once this book is done, I'll make another video outside of the one next week. I'm obviously releasing the one next week, but, or do we have released the one next week? Sorry. I'm either gonna release one of these next week or not. I'll tell you guys that before it happens. But I'm gonna focus on getting this book done and then releasing. I'm still not done drawing for the day. I've only been drawing for like an hour. And then on top of that, maybe drawing tablet, maybe not. Anyways, thank you for being here for me. Thank you for sharing your support. Like if you like it, dislike if you dislike it. You know, subscribe if you want to. Honestly, that's kind of cringe. I don't know if I'm gonna say that again. I don't like, because it kind of feels like I'm begging for stuff, you know? Anyways, I really appreciate anyone, and if you guys have any advice, or if you had anything you want to talk to me about, you can always send me a message, send me a comment. I'm all ears, like, honestly. And I will see you guys later. Also, please tell me if my hands are too shaky, bro. It's insane.